Hi guys, welcome to Form Up Pilates. We are doing an all levels class today. It leans towards the easier side with a pillow as a prop. So I'm using a household pillow. It's literally a bed pillow, something that I can fold. You can use a big squishy pillow, anything you have that can actually be folded or have a little size to it. Remember, I can't see you. You know your body, so work according to what your body can handle and only do what feels safe. Okay, so we are going to start with the pillow just next to us. If you want, you can put it under your knees to make things a little softer for your knees. We're on hands and knees to begin, a nice quadruped position. On our exhale, we're gonna round up, and on our inhale, we're gonna stretch out. So we're starting with our kneeling cat stretch or cat-cow. As we move through this position, I'm keeping my abs engaged, and I'm only going the distance that feels right for me. I don't initiate this with my neck. I do initiate it through my midsection. And I think of stretching my spine between my shoulders and my hips. 2 more. Big stretch. 1 more. Great, I'm gonna find my good quadruped. Then I'm gonna take my pillow and I'm putting it between my thighs. So my pillow's going between my thighs. On my exhale, I'm going to flex my toes under. I'm going to find my nice flat back position, and I'm going to hover my knees. Now I make sure that my hips are over my knees and my shoulders are over my wrists. The pillow is adding a little inner thigh engagement and a little squeeze, and I hold for 5, 4, pushing off the floor, 3, 2, 1, and I lower down. So this is helping me wake up a little deeper into my support structure through my abdomen. And I'm going to do that again, and if that's enough, do it just like that, otherwise add. On our exhale, I'm going to hold. Shoulders broad, abs up and in. I'm going to tap my knees and lift them. I only go as far as my shoulders stay still, my abs stay engaged, and I maintain the pillow for 5, 4, 3, good. You should feel this in your arms, thighs, and abs. 1 more, and I hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. If you need to release your wrists, do so. If you need to do this on forearms, you can do that as well. Now I'm going to keep the pillow squeezed between my thighs, and I'm going to walk my hands a big step forward. Again, forearms is fine here. My hips start over my knees. My abs are up and in. I'm going to exhale, press forward to find my plank. And if this is enough, you hold. Otherwise, inhale, hinge back, tap, exhale, return. I keep squeezing the pillow and I bring my hips in line with my shoulders. I don't stick them up to the sky or drop them down to the mat for 4. Breathing as I go. 3, strong feet, strong shoulders and abs. 2. 1 more, I'm gonna hold. And I'm holding for 5. Squeezing the pillow, 4, 3, 2, and I hinge back, 1. And I'm just gonna rest. And the pillow actually gives me a nice little support through my abdomen as I release. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, come on up. I'm gonna keep the pillow with me. I'm gonna keep it between my thighs, so it's acting to keep active through my thigh, but I'm gonna make sure that it lines thigh and calf if I can. So thigh and calf are now both equally responsible for holding the pillow in place. My hands go down by my side, my shoulders are down and back, and my abs are in. On my exhale, I'm just gonna roll my hips to the sky, keeping the pillow as I bridge. Inhale on top, exhale, roll down. Again, the pillow's giving me alignment and engagement. If you need to hinge, hinge. Exhale, roll up. Planting my feet, stretching my knees forward. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll down. Notice as I do this, my skull and chest stay nice and still. Exhale, roll up. Inhale on top, good squeeze through the pillow and glute. Exhale, roll down. We have 2 more, and we're gonna hold on that second one. Exhale, roll up. Planting my feet and arms. Inhale on top. Exhale, roll down. And this next one, I'm gonna hold on top. Exhale, roll up and hold. And if this is enough, I love this, right? My feet are strong, my hips are strong, my shoulders are strong. Otherwise, I'm gonna reach my arms overhead for a stretch and then lower. And 8, keeping my hips elevated. 7, keeping my pillow stable. 6, 5, beautiful. Just move to your range of motion. 3, 4. 4 is after 5. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to keep my hands overhead and roll down, getting a nice long length through my spine. I'm going to let my arms open to the side, and I'm going to tick-tock my knees side to side, but one foot is going to stay on the floor. So I'm not super rotated. I only rotate as far as I can keep control of the pillow and keep my bottom foot on the floor. My top foot is lifting, so I'm really rotating around my pelvis. Now, if this is enough for you, this is great. Otherwise, pause in the middle. Bring those knees to tabletop. Inhale, same movement, but a little more work, right? And we're in supine spine twist. So I'm working through the abdominals. I'm rotating around the pelvis. The pillow helps activate inner thighs and pelvic floor, and I keep my shoulders nice and stable. 3, inhale, exhale to return. 2, 1 more. And when I finish my set, I'm going to plant my feet to the floor. I'm going to lower my arms down to my thighs. I'm going to straighten one leg out, and I'm going to bend it back down, squeezing against the pillow. And I'm going to do the same with the other. And as I do this, I keep squeezing into that pillow with my thighs. And if the pillow walks down away from your calves a little bit, that's okay. Just make sure you don't lose the thigh connection. Now, if this is enough for you, then this is what you're working on. Your pelvis is still, you're working single leg stability with inner thigh activation. Can you add? Bring your knees to tabletop. I'm going to adjust my pillow a little bit because that's me. And then tap and lift. So the more advanced option is toe taps with the pillow between the thighs. And 3, ribs knit, abs in. So I'm strong through the torso. 2, 1 more. Now I'm going to keep my knees in tabletop. Maybe you have your feet on the floor. Hands interlaced behind the head, elbows slightly off the mat. Exhale, chest lift up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. I've got that pillow between my thighs, and I can see if my thighs move in or out. So what I'm not doing is this. What I am doing is keeping my pelvis stable as I lift my chest, flexing through the thoracic spine. Eyes look to that pillow, right? Because if they go to the sky, then I've stopped my movement and I've arched my neck. So I want a nice soft curve. 3 more. Good, abs pull in nice and deep. 2 more. Now, hold on top. I'm going to rotate to one side, then center. Rotate to the other side, then center. And I stay lifted in the middle. So I've got this nice upper abdominal flexion. 3, 2, 1 more set. And then I land my feet and I rest for a second. Now, if all of that was enough for you, you're going to repeat that. If you're able to work a little more and get a little more range of motion, bring those knees to tabletop, lift the chest up. So you're either just doing chest lift or chest lift with rotation, or as my head, neck, and shoulders lower, my knees tap to the floor, and then I lift. And 5 more. I keep my ribs knit, abs in, so I'm not arching. I'm stable here. And 3, 2, 1 more. And then I give everything a nice hug, and I rock it out. I'm going to take the pillow out from between my thighs. I'm going to give them a little hip open. So I'm letting those hips open and release for a moment. Then I'm going to bring my thighs together, lift my hips up, and the pillow is going under my tail. And in this position, the pillow supports and props me up, but it doesn't offer a lot of stability. So I really have to think into my center and into my pelvis. Now, you should feel like your pelvis just melted onto that pillow, right? I'm just going to shift my knees a little side to side, make sure everything feels nice and even. And I'm going to stay here. So it's a nice flat pelvis, engaged upper abdominals, long spine. Right knee tabletop, single leg toe tap, inhale, tap, exhale, lift. My arms are stable, my pelvis stays on that pillow. 3, 2, 1 more. Now if that's enough, you continue. Otherwise, straight leg, pointed toe lowers, exhale, lifts. And again, you want to keep weight on that pillow. Shoulders are broad, abs are up and in. 3 more. Going the pace you can handle. and one more. Good. Now I'm going to keep my foot flexed. I'm going to open it to the side and circle it around. I'm intentionally keeping it flexed. I'm trying to get more work through the back of the leg, and I'm trying to work to really find a stretch through the hamstring with a stable hip on top. As I do this, notice my left thigh is nice and stable, so this stuff isn't happening right now. Two more. I'm staying stable through my pelvis, shoulders, and left thigh as my right leg moves, which means you do a circle that makes that happen. I'm going to switch the direction. Again, I'm keeping my foot flexed. It's harder in this direction. I have to think a little more stability as I return. 4. Abs up and in. 3. Good, guys. 2. 1 more. I'm anchoring through my opposite shoulder. I stop on top. I'm going to hold behind my leg. Maybe it's your thigh, maybe it's your calf. And if I can, I'm going to stretch my opposite leg out and get a nice little stretch here. I'm going to keep my bottom leg straight, and I'm going to hug my top knee in. I'm just going to move it a little in the socket, get a little release. And then I'm going to put my foot on the floor. Now I'm close to a wall, so I'm going to shift. You get to stay exactly where you are. We're going to make my left leg work now. So I'm stable again, right? Tabletop. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Shoulders are broad. Abs are up and in. I only go as far as the pelvis is still and the rib cage doesn't shift, right? And if your head is nodding, that means your chest is moving as well, okay? 3 more. Good, nice and strong through the stable leg. 1 more, and then this is enough. That's what you're doing, right? Otherwise, we straighten that leg. Pointed toe lowers, flexed foot lifts. And again, I'm working to stay nice and still because we know that what's coming next is a circle, and that means even more control work, right? And 3, 2, 1 more. I hold my flexed foot on top. I open and I circle. And each leg will have a different range of motion. Notice I'm working a little extra hard on this leg. If you start getting crackles in the hip, it means you need more work through supporting in the pelvis, more work through lengthening and activating behind the body. So it means the hip flexors are usually grabbing a little too hard. 2 more. 1 more. And then I switch direction, and I know it's going to be hard work, so I think anchor my shoulder, abs up and in, anchor my hip, abs stable, pelvis stable. And 3. Good, I keep this foot nice and flexed. 2. 1 more, guys. 1 more, and then I stop on top. I stretch. So I keep my hips nice and flat. I stretch. I'm holding behind the calf or the hamstring, and I stretch my opposite leg out straight. And I want this leg to be nice and extended. And then if that feels okay, I hug this knee in, and I move it around a little bit. Good, I'm going to plant both feet on the floor, lift my hips, and take out the pillow. I hold the pillow between my hands. I reach my arms overhead, and I'm going to roll all the way up. I'm going to try to put the pillow in front of my feet. I'm going to walk my hands towards that pillow, and I'm going to stretch. And if you can't get it in front of your feet, maybe you put it on top of your shins. And your goal is here, to get a nice flat foot and a stable stretch. On my exhale, I'm gently going to release that, put my pillow to my side, and I am done for the moment. So that is a nice at-home workout using a pillow to help activate inner thigh, pelvic floor, and work stability of the pelvis. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next classes.